And I saw something today that I thought was interesting. And I think it's an interesting way to look at Justin Fields as we head towards this upcoming football season. CBS's Pete Prisco has his top 100 players in the NFL out. Now, the idea behind this list is the top 100 players entering this upcoming football season. And so, the usuals are at the top of the list. Patrick Mahomes is number 1. Josh Allen is number 2. Joe Burrow at 3. Nick Bosa at 4. Myles Garrett 5. So that's your top 5. I think you could make an argument that all 5 of those guys deserve to be in the top 5. Now, with Bosa and Garrett, you could probably argue some others who are also on the list, like a Justin Jefferson, the wide receiver from the Vikings. Maybe he should be a top 5 guy in the NFL. Micah Parsons, defensive end for the Cowboys. Aaron Donald, he comes in on Pete Prisco's list at 9. I mean, Aaron Donald, I think some people suggest, is the second best player in the league next to Patrick Mahomes. So that's what the list is. Pete Prisco at the top. Justin Fields is on the list. He comes in at 78. And when I saw that, the first thing I thought of was, all right, 78. That's pretty good. Justin Fields, I hope that he is a top 100 player in this upcoming football season. And then I said to myself, all right, let's look at the list, figure out the quarterbacks who are below Justin Fields, because maybe it's one of these lists that basically all 30, 32 quarterbacks get on the list somewhere, right? And so Justin Fields landing at 78, maybe it's just like, yeah, he made the top 100, but he's really the 26th quarterback on the list within the top 100. And I started to look at it, and that's not the case. Here are the quarterbacks from 78 to 100. There are none. That's right. Justin Fields is the last quarterback on the list. Now, here are the names that Pete Prisco leaves off of his list, the top 100 players heading into this upcoming football season. Not on the list: Cowboys quarterback Dak Prescott, Dolphins quarterback Tua Tagovailoa, Vikings quarterback Kirk Cousins, Seahawks quarterback Geno Smith, Rams quarterback Matthew Stafford, and Cardinals quarterback Kyler Murray. I would say of all of those names, all of those players are better than Justin Fields last football season. I don't think that's going out on a limb, saying that Dak Prescott, Tua, Cousins, Geno, Stafford, Kyler, and I know Kyler dealt with injuries, but I think we could all, this is a safe space, we could all agree to this point in his career, Kyler Murray has accomplished more than Justin Fields, right? Like we're at the epicenter of hype for Justin Fields here in Chicago, and we're the home of the Chicago Bears, and Black and Abdal, we talk a lot of Bears football, and we talk a lot about Justin Fields and how great he is. But we can be honest here. Kyler Murray is the better quarterback right now, right? I would say Dak Prescott, hands down, is a better quarterback than Justin Fields. Geno Smith last year had a great year. He had a better season than Justin Fields. Tua, when healthy, better quarterback than Fields. And, begrudgingly, I'll give you the Kirk Cousins. Justin Fields isn't as good as Kirk Cousins at this moment, right? I mean, for all the people who would argue with me, either on the Twitch chat or who would call in at 312-332-3776, they would tell me that Kirk Cousins has put up the stats. Because that's what people who support Cousins, that's what they say. Look at the stats. Because you can't say, look what he does in big spots. Look at the amazing plays he makes. Look at how great he was on Monday Night Football. No. They say, look at the stats, and they give you a bunch of stats. And then you can't really argue it except for saying, yeah, but my eyes tell me that so-and-so is better than Kirk Cousins. So I saw the list, and Justin Fields is 78. And I see all of the names on the, quote, honorable mention part who were left off of the top 100. Dak, Tua, Cousins, Geno, Stafford, Kyler. And I think to myself, man, what that tells me is, I know it's just one person and Pete Prisco and CBS Sports, but what this would tell me is that what we are hoping to see from Justin Fields would actually take place if this is where he actually ranks compared to these other quarterbacks heading into this football season. If Justin Fields is a top 100 player, if he is 78th, if he is ahead of Dak Prescott or Tua, loaded with wide receivers, or Cousins, who has had success, or Geno Smith, who was a Pro Bowl quarterback, putting up great numbers for the Seahawks last year, Stafford, who's won a Super Bowl, and Kyler Murray, who has been good in his careers to this extent, that would tell me if Justin Fields outplays all of them in this upcoming football season, then this football season is going to be very, very good for us Bears fans. Because it would tell me that Justin Fields did develop. It would tell me that Justin Fields used his legs, but also his legs were there to help the rest of the air game. For him to go down the field, to find a wide receiver, to find DJ Moore or Darnell Mooney, or even Chase Claypool, if he is able to assist with the offense. And it tells me that if Justin Fields does take that step, it would have to be a hell of a step to pass Dak Prescott in one season. And that's what I saw from the list is, I think we could debate the top of the board. I think that Joe Burrow is actually the second best player in the NFL. It's not Josh Allen. But Patrick Mahomes would be number one. We could get into Bosa or Garrett or Kelsey at 6, Justin Jefferson at 7. But to me, when I see Justin Fields at 78, and I see these other names who have accomplished things in the NFL to this point, I look at it and I think to myself, man, if Justin got to that point where he is better than the 5 or 6 quarterbacks I listed off, that would tell me that the Bears are winning 9 to 10 games. They're putting up 25 to 30 points a game. Justin Fields has limited the interceptions, but also excelling, getting touchdowns, getting scores with his legs, finding the ability to get open and to find his receivers. And the offense, the Chicago Bears overall, take a major step forward. That's what that would tell me if I saw that. So I saw that earlier today. Pete Prisco's list, top 100 players. Justin Fields is listed at 78. Dak Prescott's not even on the list. I know Dak had a rough year last year, but I like Dak Prescott as a quarterback. I don't think that Dak is someone who's like, you should completely sell the stock on. I think he could be good. I just don't think that he's maybe top 8, top 10, right? Like he's right in that conversation where we should be asking ourselves, can he be an elite quarterback? Matthew Stafford, when healthy, I think is an elite quarterback. This list has Justin Fields ahead of Matthew Stafford. Now, I know the Rams offense, they really just have Cooper Kupp, and that's going to be about it. But I think that's what's interesting from Pete Prisco, his list, top 100 players entering this season in the NFL. It's on CBS.com, and Justin Fields is ranked as the 78th player in the NFL.